Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy. In the last part we climbed up the tower and now we're here in the floating castle. And we're immediately thrown into our first encounter with a new enemy, Evil Man. I guess this is the Joker,
Evil!
Damn it, Mermaid Man.
Okay.
Evil Man has, I forgot to get my stats up.
198 HP, they resist status effects and death. They have X for and XXXX or quad X or whatever, which is basically instant death. Nuke is flare, I think you said, and blind is blind.
They resist stone paralysis, poison, sleep, and death. Fairly vanilla enemies. It's over 9,000!
Nah, man.
A lot of the treasure in here, honestly, first off, yeah, a lot of the treasure isn't very useful, as you were saying.
They just look like crates.
Yeah, it's weird. This is the only time they use this tile set in the game, and it's kind of odd that it's only used here, and it's never even mentioned as to why it is. Anyway, next new enemy is a Medusa, known as an Earth Medusa in later translations, 96 HP. They only have one new attack, which is Glance, which petrifies you, and they have an entirely different sprite in Japan. If I recall, it's the fact that they actually don't have a top on. Curse you, Nintendo of America, and your sensitive policies!
Why do they do that to Porum and Rydia and FMA and FMVs? I'll never understand.
Bane Sword, if you use it as an item, has a chance of casting Bane on the enemy. Well, no, it casts Bane as an enemy, which is a chance of instant death. Next new enemy is a Naga, known as a Spirit Naga in later translations. Hashtag 420 Blazed HP. Can use Ruse, Mute, Slow, Dark, Sleep, Fire, Lightning, and Heal.
You know, I'm slightly curious as to if you put the 420 Blaze it there just because I'm from Colorado. First place to do weed.
Oh shit, it was? I did not know that.
Colorado was the first state to legalize marijuana.
Did not know that.
I think first to do legalize recreational anyways, back in like 2012. Jesus Christ.
I actually did not know that. I just did it because I saw 420.
Nice.
Well, that's a pathetic chest.
That's a not so...
Ooh, pro ring, nice.
I am a pro, so I get a pro ring.
The thing with this dungeon is that it's fairly boring.
You literally only get money.
For now, at least. If I recall, in the PSP and Game Boy Advance version, they actually show you that you are floating a bit more better. That's terrible grammar, I know, but oh well. Because I think they actually show that you're above the world map.
There's
one instance... Yeah. There's one instance I know for a fact that they show that off. No, I think it should...
It's not more betterer, it's just more better.
Yeah. Anyway, these things are your staircases.
Teleporters.
Weird.
It gives me bad flashbacks of Team Rocket Space in Fire Red and Leaf Green, and also Team Aqua base in Emerald, which I'm not excited for. Even though I memorized the thing.
Next new enemy is a Manticore. They have an E added to their name in the later translations. 164 HP, they resist Quake, and their Stinger attack can poison you, as you can plainly see.
So...
Damn it, Sid.
Oh, he got poisoned. Is Manticore, like, a mythical creature of sorts?
Yes. I forget the exact origins, but it is. Actually, it's kind of fitting that Sid got poisoned of all characters, considering what happens in 6.
Heh. No!
And 9,
don't joke about... No! Nuh-uh. Don't joke about that.
No, I won't joke about what happens if you let Sid go, you know, the route of the Dodo. But I'm more... rescuing him, there's nothing really to joke about there.
I know there's nothing to joke about there, but if you don't, then sadness, because it didn't... I don't think it worked during my LP to the game.
I don't think it did either.
Because I think I would have had to use save states.
It'll be interesting when I eventually get to doing 6.
Which is going to be forever from now.
Yeah.
Same with 9, and that ticks me off even more.
Well, just because 9's hard to plan around for me, because I have to know what abilities I want to have when.
I just go with the flow. I mean, since I'm an HP-based person and a strength-based person, here's how I usually go. I usually go HP plus 20, auto regain, auto haste if possible, antibody, and all the rest of those status ailment evasion things. That's what I usually go for. Huh?
Why did I leave that encounter in?
Editing mistake?
Yeah. No, I know what I think it was. I think that was technically the boss we fought before.
Oh.
Either way, we got the Adamant, which is the Adamantite, which, if you recall correctly, when we first went to the Dwarf Village, like way back in part 3 or 4, a dwarf was looking for that. So, before we head to the final dungeon, we're gonna need to give that to him.
Are you gonna get
White
the Adamant
shirt.
armor?
Useless. No. Black shirt is useful. Actually, no, the white and black shirts, they sound pretty blech, but they are actually pretty good equipment, all things considered. The white shirt's more useful, because I actually have that equipped on Ico, but the black shirt, if you have a black
just said the
mage,
white shirt was useless, though.
No, I know what I was thinking of. I was thinking of other games where white shirt's like the first thing you start with. If I recall, it actually increases your spirit stat, which actually, makes you be better at white magic.
Maybe
that is a keyword.
Maybe that's the white robe, then?
Possibly. But keep in mind, it's been forever since I last watched this footage.
Alright, yeah. So many ribbons. Makes me happy to see it. Can anyone... Yeah, anyone can equip the ribbon. I was just about
ribbon's
to ask.
one of the few absolute anyone can use equipments. There's one other that immediately comes to mind, but we won't get to that until next part. Really, though, most of this dungeon is loot salvaging, because it's a pretty short dungeon. There's only 5 floors, and we're about to head to the 3rd floor right now.
I'm starting to get annoyed with this music.
Yeah, it's a very short and repetitive tune. I love the remixes it gets in later games, and later translations and versions of the game, whatever. But in the NES version, it's pretty short and repetitive. This floor's weird.
It looks really...
Thankfully...
It does look weird.
Thankfully, you can't fall off of it, but it seems like it the first playthrough.
Next, we have Vampire Lords, or Vampire Lords in later translations, Wizard Vamps in this version. 300 HP, resist Bane, Ice, Quake, Run, weak to Fire and Holy. Talk about the fire glitch.
The thing is, they like to use anti-fire on us, or on them rather, which means that they won't be able to be defeated by their weakness as easily, and makes them strong against it instead. But there's a glitch where if an enemy tries to use a spell like that, anti-fire, anti-ice, all that kind of stuff, if they use it and they're weak to it, it doesn't work at all.
Oh. Okay, that's...
I'm not sure why. It prevents elemental protection, essentially, which is odd, but it's there, and it honestly helps you, so I'm not complaining.
Development of enemy fail.
Yeah, but I won't blame it. There's only one guy programming the damn game.
At the time, yes.
And the 4th pro ring.
Yeah, boy. We've got the
pro
pro
you get a lot
rings.
of decent equipment in these later areas, thankfully. But nothing terribly useful. Well, it's useful, but not... it's hard to say, because this game is obviously very simple and not very buggy, but it's been so long since I've recorded this that I can't quite recall.
Whoa! One can see the entire world.
The thing is, if you look down there, you'll actually see that apparently there are beams of energy being emitted by all the previous areas. The tower we came up to get to here, the water shrine where he fought Leviathan, Kraken, the earth shrine where he fought Lich, the volcano where he fought Merilith, whatever. However, their beams of energy are actually converging at the first dungeon, the Temple of the Fiends.
Oh, I know where this is going.
As to where you have to go next after this.
I know where this is going.
In the I can't say for certain about the Game Boy Advance version because it's been a long time since I last played that. Same with Origins. But in the PSP version, they actually show a little cutscene of that. Also, sorry if we're stumbling all over ourselves today. It's been about, what would you say, like 2 weeks since we last did one of these?
2 weeks, about.
Yeah. Schedule, because we're both in school again, so meeting up's a bit harder to do.
Well, it's easier for me now. Actually, no, it's actually a lot harder.
For me, it's pretty much the same because the hours are the same.
The thing is that I'm not gonna be able to record or anything on Saturdays because competitions start next Saturday, And
Yeah,
I have
that-
like 5 in a row.
Oof.
I have the Legacy Invitational, and I have the Pomona Invitational, I have the Arapaho Festival, then I have the CBA Regionals, and then finals, semifinals, I think. I actually have the show shirt. I can show you off screen, but like it's a really cool shirt. So we have 6 competitions. We have Legacy Invitational, we have on the 26th, we have the Pomona Invitational on the 3rd, and the Pomona Festival sucks because they have a dirt field and they have to paint the hashes on there, and by the time we're on there, 1, it's windy as all hell, and 2, the lines are all destroyed.
I do need to say something. First off, in that last floor, interesting little fact, the Nintendo Power Guide actually left off a row and column of that room. And this is a very infamous area, because first off, we encounter Naochus. Fairly vanilla enemies, 344 HP. They can poison you, and that's about it. However, on this bridge is where you can encounter the game's super boss, the War Mech / Death Machine. 1000 HP, resists fire, bolt, ice, quake, stone, paralyze, poison, dark, sleep, silence, confusion, mind, death. Has a 3 in 64 chance of encountering it. It's supposed to regen 2 HP every round, and 5% of the remix. Has nuke, and it's a bit of a fun fact about it. There was a Nintendo Power contest back in the 90s, 1991 if I recall, where it was pretty much a get your name in a video game contest involving photographing the War Mech. The winner was Chris Houlihan, who would get his name in A Link to the Past, which appeared in a text in a hidden room, but that people know the story of that. And I never encountered it because reasons. Anyway, next Fiend time. Tiamat, 1000 HP, resists fire, bolt,
She's a
ice,
female.
quake.
She's a female. I just learned this.
Yeah, Tiamat's a female. Resists fire, bolt, ice, quake, and it's weak to stone and poison. It's a fairly simple boss, honestly. 50% of casting a spell every turn it gets, and the cycle is Thunder, Poison, Blizzard, and Blaze.
Harder in 9 because she can absorb your abilities.
Yeah. Strategies for her: fast your melees, have them attack, have Aiko use the Bane sword, which I actually gave to her off screen because that has a chance of casting Bane, which can instant kill her, and heal when necessary. And if you happen to fight War Mech, fast your physical fighters, have them attack. Have Aiko have your white mage, if they have it at the time, use Fade the first round, then have her heal the rest. Because War Mech can kick your ass, no matter the version.
Well, of course, it's a super boss.
Yep. Honestly though, Tiamat, not a very threatening presence.
Tiamat for President 2015. Or 2016.
Better or worse than Trump?
Better.
Yeah. I mean, come on, we have a kick-ass dragon. Can you imagine writing that into wars?
Would she even allow people to ride her into wars? She'd just ride herself into wars. Wait a minute, that doesn't make any sense.
But just imagine this version of Tiamat riding the 9 version of Tiamat, riding the 8 version of Tiamat.
Tiamatception.
Tiamat, yeah. And with that, we step on this and we recover the final of the 4 orbs. Our quest, as we originally thought it was, is complete. However, we still have some stuff to do before we head off to the final dungeon.
Side
First
quests. The Adamantites.
Yeah, we actually have all the side quests we can do right now. We want to take this the Adamant to this guy, who's going to give us the best works the best sword he's ever made, the best work he's ever done.
Excalibur, Ragnarok.
Yep, Excalibur, which is going to go to Zelm. We dropped the Ice Sword and the Bane Sword off screen, by the way. I'm on to save Cornelia and restocking items because now we're going to pretty much end it off here in front of the Temple of the Fiends. But before I do that, I'm going to show off my equipment, and in between parts, I'm going to be doing some level grinding. I forget how much. I suppose we'll see at the end of the part, or at the beginning of the next part. I forget if I went to max or not, honestly. Either way, with that, we're going to need to end this off here. Thank you guys for watching, and in part 14, we're ending off the game.
See you guys then.
Then.
Darn it.